everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. Usually that I'm too loud or I'm too... Abish, do not do that. Do not mess with me. Guys.
Hello.
Oh, thank God. We have amazing guests today. I'm so glad. Amrita, thank you for joining. Abish, thank you for joining. Vidit, thank you for joining. It's amazing to have you all here. I have never reached 215 viewers in 3 seconds. Like that has never ever happened. So guys, thank you for that.
Talk about failures. That tells you about the generation.
Vidit, everybody's making very sure that you know that they're all here for you, apparently.
Thank you guys. I am here for learning, so extremely excited.
We are here to talk about part 6 of Learning to Learn. The way we do this is that we pick a topic and we just start talking about it. And we'll see if at the end we can try and make sense of it. Like, and we can try to sort of condense the whole talk into take home kind of a message, right? Yeah. And we will use Abish's notes because he is infamous for making good notes.
Already started.
I feel very underprepared when I see Abish with his notebook and all his different colors and sketches.
It's very
and notes.
simple. I am the student who, to pay attention, I need to draw. Otherwise, I will not pay attention. So I am focusing by just drawing.
Yeah. Guys, what did you think about this topic?
Failure is actually something I've thought about a lot.
Okay.
Because as a chess player, like every time you lose, you feel like one.
Yeah.
So I always wondered like what's the best state of mind to be in. Like as a professional, I used to always think. So I recollected some of my games where I lost some painful memories.
Yeah.
And I was when you asked me to come, I was like, oh, how should I prepare myself? But then I thought, okay, I'll just go with a clean slate of mind and see how it goes.
Because as soon as you messaged, I started thinking about chess and how every move can be a win or lose, like a success or failure. Mm-hmm. And the first thing I wanted to ask you was that, does your attitude towards failure change because every move is sort of decided by that?
So what you mean is like every move has a high price, right? The stakes are high for every move. Yes, and like I have to be very cautious and conscious when I'm making those moves. But I don't really consciously think when I'm playing those moves that okay, I'm giving it so much value. It's more like at the end of it, the result part. That's what I consider most. Like that's the first thing which came to my mind when you said about failure.
The long term, the final goal.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Amrita, what did you think of the topic?
I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I have never experienced major fear.
Okay.
But I've never experienced what like intense failure feels like. I don't know. So
Okay.
I came on the stream to know about what it feels like and why it happens and what happens in the brain.
Abish, what's your take on this
Failure.
topic? Yes, dude.
Like the take on the topic is that I think failure is a very big word. Like it's a huge word. It has so many connotations to it. Because for me, the word failure kind of feels like you failed. But what people forget is that there is still more life to go. So it's not failure as much as going back to learning to learn. I think third time when you had said it's troubleshooting, come back, fix, redo it again. So if you look at Son of a Beast, there are 6 seasons of failure example to make the 7th one. When I make the 8th one, there'll be 7 seasons of failure when I make the 8th, when I make the 9th. So I think it's a slow process.
So the
finality.
Final, yeah, exactly. That's the word. The finalistic way of how failure is taken, that is fundamentally flawed.
Yes.
That totally makes sense. How does this translate to what you do in stand-up comedy?
I'll talk about stand-up comedy. It's the fiery crucible is failure. That's called an open mic.
Exactly.
So when you go to an open mic with a thought or a joke that you've written, no matter how prepared or unprepared you are, you listen to it. Once you're done, then you'll look at the laughs, then you'll craft it, you go again, and you try again, you try again, you try again. So the reason it's easier for a lot of us to take failure is because they're like, what's the maximum?
Right.
I'm gonna do it again. It is embarrassing to go in front of 10-20 people and fail, but it's also equally embarrassing when you're performing in front of like thousands of people and your jokes are not working. Audience can feel the nervousness from our side, and you see that Titanic is sinking, but for the rest hour you've been paid, so you have to do something or the other. It has helped because we've gone through so many terrible gigs that we can kind of now manage.
It's almost like a breaking in thing, right? Look, if you ask a senior comedian, probably the first thing they will tell you is you have to go through bad gigs. That is the only way you will get to being good, which is pretty amazing because not a lot of careers do that. They don't talk about it that obviously ki you will have to fail this many times for you to be good. There is a level of expectation.
That is true. Oh my God, you have to fail before you, even for internships, it's the same thing. You go there because your objective is to find a job and fail at it. Then that makes some noise and then learn from it.
Correct. But then
I think we should end on a high note. So I'll just say my summarization if I could. Like,
Yes.
takeaway, like my takeaway.
Yes, let
Because
me write
then
it
Abish
down.
will kill it, and then I
please.
cannot top that.
Oh
so
my God, I haven't even agreed. Wait, what is this?
Okay.
This is summary, yeah.
Go for it.
So what I understood is basically it's how we look at things. So majority of failure success is a perspective, and let's say we should not have like put too much value on the task we have, and look at it as a long journey rather than that is the final destination. Then we don't then we don't feel bad because then we still have scope, like okay, later on it will become better, but in the present moment we feel bad when it happens, and we need a lot of awareness to be like, okay, this is, I'm feeling bad, like a lot of awareness about the feelings and what you're going through, what are your thoughts.
Correct.
To overcome that. So because otherwise our limbic system kicks in without awareness, so our PFC is not active. Limbic system is like, oh, this is the worst thing that has happened to me, and then you go on, like it just goes on autopilot.
Correct.
But we have to be aware to take our control at that time. So our conscious mind has to be active, like very consciously
It is
trained to
so
task.
happy. It is so happy that everyone's using these terms so casually.
It's just like,
So proud eyes.
I love it.
Aw.
Oh man, that is awesome. That is a lovely summary actually. I think we've covered it.
We have lost it.
Yeah, dude. Like,
don't worry.
Making it a good streak.
I will review it together.
oh man, like
So,
I've
the
just been
entire
testing a
stream
little.
today.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
oh.
Okay. In my head, there's a beat going. Okay, so it goes like this. Let's see. Oh no! Now you're throwing me off. But cool. Go for it. I'll try to match it.
No, please go ahead.
And Abish, there is no failure here. Yeah, we are just learning.
Go ahead.
There's no way we can fail.
Oh
here.
no! Amrita is judging me. She is totally judging
No,
right now.
I'm
right?
not. I'm not.
Okay. So failure is temporary. Failure is giving up. Just like foul smell in the inside becomes disgust.
Oh man.
Feedback is a loop and failure is an end. Oh, imagining yourself in the future state done by the frontopolar, which is right in the front.
Oh.
Imagine emotions are lighthouses in the dark night. Who is going to win the PFC versus Limbic fight?
Oh. Slam dunk. Slam dunk. Oh man, that was incredible. I got a private Abish Matthew rap treat.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good. This was
Yeah.
It was an epic rap battle.
with myself only, with nobody else.
With PFC and temporal, PFC and limbic. Who won? Who lost?
This is exactly.
You decide.
You decide. Actually, that's not bad. We decide.
Yeah, the chat is deciding right now.
Yeah, PFC or not PFC.
The last what I thought of was that हम लोग जब फेलियर बोलते हैं ना, हम लोग का सबका एक कंफर्ट लेवल होता है.
Yes.
हम लोग सब एक लेवल डिसाइड करते हैं कि चलो इसके अंदर आई एम वेरी वेरी कंफर्टेबल, एंड द रीजन वी डिसाइड दैट इज बिकॉज इसके अंदर आई एम गेटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ सक्सेस.
Yeah. That's
Usually.
exactly how I operate.
करेक्ट. सो लिटरली जहाँ पे तुमको बार बार सक्सेस मिलता है, टू द पॉइंट वेयर you are pretty much sure that you are winning is your comfort zone. And failure usually happens when you are outside there. One last point to what Vidit so amazingly summarized was that one way to look at failure is feedback, but another way to look at failure is discovery.
Ooh,
Like
positive spin to bad words.
literally, why did you fail? If it was something that you were super comfortable doing, you would succeed. But the reason that you failed is because you stepped out of your comfort zone. And the reason you stepped out of your comfort zone was because you wanted to learn something new. You wanted to discover. At some level in your brain, you wanted to discover something new. Otherwise, there was no reason. You could have just stayed in your... If you are succeeding consistently, continuously, then that means that all you are doing is confirmation. You can look at it that way. So you
can go to your parents and literally say, I'm not failing, I'm just discovering.
Correct.
That's the takeaway.
I have nothing else to add, dude. Like, I think Vidit summarized it beautifully.
Yeah. Vidit summary, 6-point summary by Vidit.
Yes.
Well played, GM, OP, Vidit,
Yes.
VD, GM, VD, OP, all of them in whatever letters, take permutation, combination, and put that in.
Yes.
But as Amrita said, it's like all theoretically it's here on 6 points, but in practical life, all the 6 points are lost.
We don't know. Like
After the stream, we should go through each of these points and think of a real life example in our own lives where this applied. So we'll feel good about ourselves. कि ये theoretical नहीं है.
But also let's set some perspective here because we are trying to solve failure. Like what kind of we are
It's like to solve a phenomenon. Right?
I think you already knocked it out of the park in the first 5 minutes when I think when we figured out, like all of us had agreed that the power of word, right?
Yeah.
It sounds very philosophical, but when you said a word has context and context is a new circuitry that fires the same way.
Yeah.
Suddenly, if you change those words as a stepping stone,
correct.
Agreed.
You're not going to change failure overnight. Your personality for 32 years, 35 years, or 16 years, or whatever has been maintained.
Beautiful.
So the only way to change that is to slow
Rebrand.
too
Just
many
to
cardboard
add-
boxes.
Yeah.
To Abhish's point, I think it's not only 32 or 35-year-old brain. It's the brain has been like this since ages, and
Exactly.
it's actually million years old tendencies which we want to break
Correct.
in one lifetime.
Exactly. And just think of what we are trying to do because the limbic system has had literally a million years head start.
Yeah. This is a part of every stream where it makes us feel good about ourselves that the limbic is way older than you guys. Don't compete with it.
Limbic system is like that uncle in a society.
Yeah, आजकल के बच्चे ना
आजकल कहाँ पेंटिंग बनाने निकल
हमारे उम्र में हम केव पेंटिंग बनाते थे.
सही बोला आपने. अरे चलो
आजकल ये iPad पे ऐसे हो
Even the cave painters were getting a lot of shit from their uncles. Okay, like क्या कर रहे हो ये सब?
मिट्टी पे कलर क्यों डाल रहे हो? मिट्टी कितना अच्छा है.
All right, guys, thank you. I shall end the stream. You guys don't go anywhere. Hold on.